Well, hello again, everybody. Alan Warren here, the RV Wingman. And I got to warn you, I was told by several people when I told them what I was going to do in this video, they said, don't do it. You're going to make people angry. You may get thrown off of YouTube. You have nothing to gain for it. And I said, yeah, but it's the truth. And so I'm asking for you to please cut me a break, try to cut me some slack, and listen in spirit to what I'm trying to communicate to the person that left a voicemail message. When I say here on Wingman Wisdom that you mean a lot to me, your thoughts, your comments, I listen to every voicemail. I read every email. I read every comment that you make, and they are meaningful to me. Most of the comments are pretty positive most of the time. Sometimes I get one like I'm getting ready to play a voicemail message from a lady named Angela that when I heard it, I went, oh, I can do that. I can respond to that. And my daughter listened to it. My wife said, you better be careful because everybody's so touchy nowadays. I said, sweetheart, I've got to do this. I'm not going to run from it. My wife has never accused me of being a very smart man. So anyway, I've got to step in this, and hopefully you will feel the same way that I feel, because this woman, Angela, wants to feel welcomed to the RVing community. The subject, Angela is an African American. She's a Black woman, and she's interested in camping. I don't know her. I know that she has commented before on Wingman Wisdom videos, and for her watching, Angela, I appreciate you very much. And you're so eloquent with the way that you speak and the way you write. And let me play Angela's voicemail, and then I'm going to respond to it. But I'd like, again, I'm hopeful that the people that watch this, and if you watch this, that you will listen to the spirit with which Angela is trying to communicate and how I'm trying to communicate with her, that we can come together instead of arguing, because it's not black versus white and white versus black. It doesn't have to be that way. Campers and RVers are among the kindest, smartest, most genuine people I know, and they come in all different colors. So let's play Angela's phone call, and I'll give you my take on it.
Hi, Alan. My name is Angela Hunter from Cleveland, Ohio. Thanks for the videos. I always enjoy your shows. My question pertains to the outlook for African Americans within the RV community. As an African American, I would like to enjoy the RV life. I have plans to become a full-time RVer, but to be totally honest, I do have many reservations about joining the lifestyle. I know many people say that RVing is fun and exciting and a way for people to get with like-minded individuals. However, I've also heard of African Americans having issues when RVing, such as being turned away from campgrounds, stating that they're full when they aren't, being harassed by other campground visitors.
Angela, I'm going to stop right there and say that in my experience in 67 years and 8.5 years of owning and running a campground, I never saw that. Not taking issue with you. I'm sure that there's some jerks out there that may do that. I hope there's not, but there probably are. That's the reality. But they've got to be few and far between. I've never seen one. I hear stories about this supposed person that was the idiot. The world is filled with idiots, but that is really beyond the pale. But I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying that I personally have never seen that. Let's continue.
When they go to set up their campsite, being ignored when they go to RV shows by dealers, and I think the worst yet, being harassed by police officers when they are out on like BLM land. DWB, well, driving while black, is still a very prominent issue for African Americans, and especially for those towing an RV or driving a motorhome. I grew up in a predominantly Jewish neighborhood and have lived in diverse neighborhoods for most of my life. It wasn't easy, but I learned a lot from other races, and I believe they learned a lot from me. I really want to diversify my RV experience and not feel as though I have to only be with my race, even though I adore my people. I want to talk to anyone that has the same mindset I do about RVing, regardless of race. So that is the background for my question. And I know this is a very broad question, but here it is. Why is RVing by African Americans so hard for Caucasian people to accept? And how can African Americans feel welcome and safe RVing? Thanks for your opinion and for always providing great words of wisdom about RVing and life. God bless you and your family.
Well, Angela, thank you for your voicemail message. You are so smooth, so eloquent. I wish I was that eloquent, but thank you so much. And it hurts me in a sense to listen to that message. I know some of the things you're saying are true. I can only imagine some of the experiences that you have had and other African Americans or blacks, or I'm not very politically correct, but that you have had to experience. And the good news is most of the complaints that most of the things that you're going to hear about people that are arguing and blah, 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 it's in campgrounds. It's not because of the color of the other person. It's because one person is a jerk. And as I say, the world is filled with jerks. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to read a couple of real quick comments from people that I don't think they're African American. These are women that have written in about the jerks that they have run into. That the RV, I won't even read them. The RV dealers, when they go to RV to the shows, dealers don't even want to talk to them. Salespeople don't even want to talk. Oh, it's just a woman, and it has nothing to do with color. Now, maybe color has something to do with it, and it may seem that way, but I think that it's just kind of a man thing. I mean, I hate to be so brutally honest, but there's ignorant idiots out there and too many of them. So as you may or may not know, I used to own a hunting ranch in Texas for many, many years. 20 years ago, a couple of guys came buddies, and these were African Americans. One of them was a little younger than me. One of them was a little bit older than me. They're just deer hunters. They're just decent people like everybody else. But we don't have very many African Americans. Not very many black people would come hunting at my ranch. Most of them are, white people. But they fit in. Everything was great. And after about the third day, we're getting along great. I'm driving along with the older one of the two, and we're going along. It's the sun hasn't come up yet. Dark road, driving down the road, getting ready to go into I'm in Texas, and call them a hunting blind, a little box that, you sit in as you're hunting. And I was going to sit with this guy. And so we're driving down the road, and just out of the clear blue, he said, and forgive me for the way I'm going to talk, but this is what it sounded like. He said, "We needs to talk." I'm like, driving. Okay, we're going to talk about it. He goes, "The way you was coming on to me." What? He goes, "The way you was coming on to me." And I'm thinking, oh my God, well, I don't even know what he's talking about. So that's what I said. I said, "I don't even know what you're talking about." And he kind of stammered a little bit, and he says, "Well, with me being a man of color, I'm not used to when I go to a place and we get treated this black." I said, "Hang on just a second. Are you saying that I treat you differently because you're not the same color as me?" He said, "No, that's not what I'm saying. You don't treat me like I'm any different." I said, "Look, if you're a decent person, you're a decent person. I don't care if you're polka dotted. But if you're a jerk, and I don't want you." He goes, "That's what I'm talking about, the way he was coming on to me." So it was his way of saying the way that I was interacting with him. And it made me feel sad because he was so sensitive. I understand it. I mean, I think I can try to understand it. But we sat together for hours in that hunting blind. Didn't see anything. But I had such a good time listening to his stories and about some of the stuff that, you call it DWB, driving while black. And he would tell me some of those kinds of stories. That was 20 years ago. And I know there's that kind of stuff can still go on, but I want to believe in my heart of hearts. I want to believe in my brain, and I do, that things are getting better. Are they perfect? No, and I don't think they ever will. You know why? Because we're humans. There's plenty of idiots, no matter what color. You look for an idiot, you can find them in every race, in every age, and they are there. As I said, I've got some things I had pulled. I was going to read them. Women that are primarily, they feel pretty upset because they think that they're being ignored. People are rude to them in a campground. They won't help them. They're not friendly. I'm telling you this. As a campground owner for 8.5 years, I had not a lot of African Americans, not a lot, but never had a bad one. Never had somebody I had to spank, so to speak. Had plenty of Anglos, plenty of white people I had to kick out, but never an African American. And so if you're looking for nice people, campgrounds are about as good a place as you're going to find nice people. But I got bad news for you. If they got to be all nice all the time, don't go camping, because you will run into your fair share of jerks. Now, if you're on Facebook, Angela, or if you're an African American and you're going, I've thought about camping, not sure, I'm a little bit hesitant. Here's what I invite you to do. I really mean this. I want you to check out one of my Facebook groups. It's called Texas RV Camping. And you can find it in the description of this email. It's got 75,000 people in it. Active RVers in the state of Texas. Texas RV Camping Facebook group. You go in there and you start poking around. Look at who the superstar is. She's a celebrity. Her name is Demetria, and you can find her. She always has the most popular posts, and they're always positive. They're about food and camping and travel and fun and friends and all the stuff that good people are wanting to do when they go camping and RVing. And guess what? She's African American, but she is one bad to the bone human being. And that is what I look at. Demetria is her name. And if you will go on Texas RV Camping and look for Demetria, just look for her. Look at her comments. Look at what people say to her. Those are the kind of people that I will tell you you'll meet in a campground. Good people, really good, kind, warm, friendly. And it's not because she's black. It's because she's a nice person. She has a good spirit, a helpful, kind, thoughtful spirit. And so, yes, I think that I can only imagine how sensitive it is sometimes to run into some ignoramus that discriminates against you. That would be terrible. I wouldn't put up with that. If I ever saw that, I promise you, I wouldn't just sit back and go, well, hates to be them, I'd say something. And I don't see that much anymore. Are there some bad black people out there that misbehave very, very badly? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of bad white people too. There's a lot of bad people of every single color. But most of them, the good news is, are not in a campground. If you get into camping and RVing with the right spirit, with the right attitude, not expecting perfection, but being open to meeting new people and having new friendships and new adventures, they're not all going to be good. You're going to have maintenance issues and things you're going to wish you didn't even go on that camping trip. But I'm telling you, the good, at least to me, far outweighs the bad. Angela, and anyone who is of any color, I don't care whatever you think. If you're a decent human being, you have a seat always around my campfire. And I'm not alone. I think that I speak for a lot of campers. If you're a decent, nice, respectful human being, whatever color you are, other people will embrace you. If you're an arrogant know-it-all who wants everything handed to them and I'm here and you're not, and don't do that. I don't care what color you are. You won't be welcome in that campground. Be thoughtful. Be kind. It's like I try and finish each one of my videos on an upbeat note. I try to be a little bit encouraging. And Angela, I was told to don't even tread here. Don't even talk about this subject because it's too toxic. There's no upside. There may not be. But I want as many people camping and RVing as could possibly do it. We live in a weird time in our world. The economy's bad. People are stressed out. They're even stressed out in campgrounds. But the great outdoors with our Creator is the place where I am able to unwind and connect with Him. That's my best place. I don't think I'm alone. Angela, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. I'm hopeful that my message is one of hope, and that you'll say, you know what, I'm going to give it a try, because I think you'll like it. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for there. How do you think I did? Do you think I stepped in it too bad? And please be kind. Please be thoughtful. I know most of you will. I don't have all the answers. I just know that the answer is not hate, and it's not arguing. If you look at something long enough, you can pick it apart. I don't care who it is. I heard a movie line years and years ago. This lawyer was talking to this other guy in this movie. And the guy he was talking to had no money. And the lawyer was a snooty jerk. And they were fighting over custody. And he was telling this guy, he says, you know what? I can make Mother Teresa look unfit to run an orphanage and never tell a lie. You, sir, it will be a piece of cake. And it was a line in a movie that I never forgot. If you want to look hard enough and pick somebody apart and criticize them, it doesn't take long. You can pick me apart. Angela, you can pick me apart. I can pick you apart. But I choose not to. I choose to take the high road. At least I want to think that I do. Again, thanks for your voicemail message. Thanks to everybody for watching this video. I hope I don't get thrown off YouTube for it, because I'm speaking from the heart, and I'm speaking from optimism, hoping that we can get more people that are kinder, more thoughtful into the camping experience. Thank you for watching. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you next time.